Today I want to put a blind hem on a little bit of Quilting Cuddle. This is the gingham from the Handmade Sweetness line of Quilting Cuddle by Moda. And this is the bottom, so it's upside down. This is the top edge. This is the bottom edge. How do I know it's the top edge? Well, I've marked it. And the reason I've marked it is because the nap is going down this way. So I want to make sure that the back of my pillow, the top half and the bottom half, the naps are all going down the same direction. I love working with a gingham for this because it actually helps me get my hem nice and even. And the way you make a blind hem is you turn the bottom up, but then you flip it back. And so you've got a little flap right here. You actually sew on the little flap, and then there's a little stitch that kind of catches, every once in a while it'll just catch the folded edge. And then when you turn it up, it looks, you turn it up back so it'll look just like this, but underneath there it'll have caught the front. So it's a neat fold without a lot of thread in it, so there's not a visible seam line across this folded area. So it's a handy little technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm deciding how much I want folded up, and I want about an inch. I can measure this if I needed to. Yep, that's about an inch. So this gingham's actually really nice because it is printed very carefully across the stretch, the width of the fabric and the length of the fabric. So these lines, these little gingham lines line up really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do about an inch, and I can actually just count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5, 5 squares. Okay. So as long as that line is consistent across the width of this, then I'll be good. And so I'm going to just use that, and I'm going to, eyeball, not eyeballing, I am paying attention. But I'm going to eyeball this and make sure that down here at this end, I do a little fold, and it's a little kind of a Z. It's not really an S. It would be the other way if it was an S. But it's a little Z. And then I want to make sure I've got this little flap right here. So I got a little flap. Okay. This flap is going to help me put it's something for me to put the bulk of the stitches. Now I am actually pinning on the opposite side than what I'm going to be sewing. I'll be sewing over here. I don't want these pins to get caught into my underneath the needle at all. So I am just going to line everything up, and I'm going to put my pins way down here at the fold. And if you want to, you could press this a little bit. Pressing from the right side of the cuddle, you would need to use a little pressing cloth, maybe a piece of cotton or Teflon, just something so that you're not, going to put heat into the fibers of the nap. Although if you stick with a medium heat, you'll be just fine. I'm going to put just a couple more pins in here to keep everything in the place that I want it to be all the way across, okay? So, could you use clips? You could use clips, but I think the clips are going to get in the way of my little flap. And so I don't want them to get in the way. So now I'm going to set up my machine. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to pick my blind stitch. And there's a couple of different blind stitches that my machine has. And I need to get out my little guide and find the blind stitch. Usually it looks something like this right here. So it's, or these, one of these. So it's usually just a little straight line, and then there's a little dit. So it's usually 3 or 4 stitches. So it stitches straight, and then goes and grabs a little bit of the fold. And so I'm going to use stitch number 47. And if it's, I'm going to go stitch, 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 grab, stitch, 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 grab. So I'm going to select stitch number, I got to be in mode 2. And then stitch 047. And that is the blindfold. Now I'm going to increase the width a little bit. Okay, so I don't want, it's set like 1.2 millimeters, and I need a little bit more when I'm working with Cuddle fabric because it's just a little bit thicker than regular cotton. I'm increasing my stitch length, okay, and width, because I've got to get, I don't have to just go straight over. I've got to jump over this little fold. Okay, so I want a little bit of extra. So I'm going to do it about 3.0. If I have a little bit of thread peeking through the other side, that's totally fine. There's enough of the nap to kind of hide that for me, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But let's go ahead and start stitching. So my width is at 3.0. That means I've got 3 millimeters from the main stitch line to the jump. Okay, and then my stitch length, I'm going to put it at 3.5. That means each stitch is 3.5 millimeters as I go down. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger than what you're used to when you're piecing, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and get started here. So I'm going to start I'm going to start pretty close to the end, but not totally at the end. This is a stitch that, you know, goes back and forth. So I need my regular stitch plate on it, but I also know that I don't want my fabric to be pushed down into the bobbin area. So if I need to do some, there it goes. If I need to do some touch up over here, I'll be fine. It's going to be caught in that side seam of the pillow, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But as I go down, you'll see the needle. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer. You'll see the needle stitch straight and then jump over. Okay, so let's watch and see how many stitches we've got before it does the jump. Okay, there's the jump. 1. So there's our stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jump. I'll just go all the way down, and then you'll see how this works. And when I'm jumping over onto the fold, I am jumping just barely onto the fold. So if you're working with this with a cotton, you'd only want to be catching like 1 or 2 threads of this, but because Cuddle is a knit fabric and Quilting Cuddle is a knit fabric, there's a little bit more here. And so it's jumping over into the Cuddle, the fold, just a little bit, but not much, not even a whole millimeter. Okay, it's just right at the edge, but it is definitely catching that fabric, and you'll see the magic when we turn it right side out. So let's just do this whole piece. It has kind of a little different sound when it makes the jump. That's kind of fun. Get into a little groove. Now you'll notice I'm not going full speed ahead. I'm kind of controlling the speed with my presser, the foot pedal. But if you need to, you can slow your machine down a little bit so it doesn't get away from you. Because what I want to make sure is the straight stitch stays on the flap. I don't want it to be on the fold at all. So I've got to watch that. And I'm not watching, this is something else too when you're sewing. I'm not watching necessarily the needle, although it's fun to see it when it jumps over to the fold. I'm really watching a landmark. So my fold is actually right in the middle of my presser foot because that's what my needle's going to jump over to. But my stitching line, the straight line, it's actually a little bit over. I've got a foot with a clear part right here, so it's not open, so that means it'll control the fabric a little bit better under the needle. But it is clear, so there's something here to, you know, hold the fabric down. But I can see kind of a landmark of how much of the flap is over there, and so you'll learn. Try this on some scraps first to see. Okay, we're almost to the end. And I'm just going to stitch right off. That last jump was right at the end. Okay, now I can break thread. And this is what it looks like on this side. Okay. So do you see those little, just those little pieces where it went in? It's kind of just a little pull. Okay, let's take our pins out because we're done there. And those pins just helped me keep everything nice and even in place. Okay, and now this is our fold, and this is what happens when I unfold it. Okay, so when I open it up, and now I can kind of give it a little tug, and those little, so I don't have a stitch line, which I really like. I think this is a lovely little finish here. No stitch line. Because I used a gray thread, you can kind of see it just a little bit, but when I fluff the Cuddle over those stitch lines, the fibers just pop back up and they hide the thread. So I would give this a little press because I want a crispy little edge here. But there is my blind hem for the top edge of my pillow.